Hello everyone and welcome back to Beatles channel. Lovely to have you here. Thanks for joining me for this video and I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm doing something very different to what I normally do, and that is a promotional video. Now from time to time when I put a video out, I get a question down in the comments saying, where did you get your t-shirt from? And more often than not, the answer to that question is the Hard Day's Night shop in Liverpool. Now, if you've never been to Liverpool, the Hard Day's Night shop is located below the Hard Day's Night hotel, and I've been there twice recently. The first time in March 2023 and then again in December 2024. Whenever I go there, I usually come out with a big bundle of merch, and I have to say that I think that this shop, and it's quite a big shop, I think this shop has got the biggest selection of Beatles and solo Beatles t-shirts I've ever seen under one roof. So I was quite surprised and quite pleased to get an email out of the blue from the Hard Day's Night shop asking if I wanted to do a collaboration with them, and that collaboration means that they will send me a t-shirt of my choice in return for me doing a promotional video for the shop. And I said, yeah, why not? So that is what I'm doing in this video. This is the t-shirt that I chose that they sent me, this Abbey Road t-shirt, which is very nice with the track listing at the bottom of the t-shirt there. It's very nice. And they also sent as a little bonus, this wasn't something I knew I was getting, but they sent me a Sgt. Pepper mug. Now I've got a lot of Beatles mugs, but I didn't have a Sgt. Pepper one, so pleased to have that. Very nice of them to send that as a little bonus. So let me tell you about the shop. Now, they sell loads and loads of Beatles merch, and everything that they sell is, official Apple merch, and they ship worldwide. So it doesn't matter if you're not going to Liverpool, you can still get stuff from the shop if there's something there that you fancy. Now, they don't just sell t-shirts, they sell jackets and hoodies and stuff, and bags and wallets and collectibles, like say, I think they do a Sgt. Pepper teapot and a Yellow Submarine salt and pepper shaker. They do things like socks and hats and mugs and badges and key rings and fridge magnets and stationery, and they even do stuff for kids. You can buy kids t-shirts there, or toddlers t-shirts, and they even do baby grows, Beatles baby grows. So if you've got a baby in your family that you're determined to turn into a Beatles fan, the best way to start them off is with an Abbey Road or Yellow Submarine baby grow. Now, before I get into everything in a little bit more detail, I should just reiterate this is not a paid promotion. So yeah, they sent me a t-shirt, they sent me a mug, but there's no Beatley Tone 4712 code that you can put in if you go and buy something and I get a rake off from what you spend. That is not happening. There's no other money in it for me. I've just got this the t-shirt and the mug. So just to make that absolutely clear, this is not a paid promotion, but I do really like the shop. As I say, I've been in there twice. This t-shirt came from it, and I bought this in March 2023, so it's like it's over 2 years old. It washes up lovely. The design doesn't, disappear in the wash and that sort of thing. So if you are looking, specifically for t-shirts, because that's what they do the most of. If you click on men's t-shirts, for example, you will find there are 20 pages of men's t-shirts, and each page has got 16 different designs on it. That's 320 different designs of t-shirts. So not just Beatles, but also solo Beatles. That is kind of the big draw for me, because you don't often see that many different, solo Beatles t-shirts. There's loads of them. If you click on ladies t-shirts, there's even more than 20 pages. I can't remember how many there is, but there's more than 20 pages, and also with 16 on it. So lots and lots of variety. Now, if you go onto their website, and I will be putting a link to it down in the description, I'll also be linking their socials as well, because they're on Insta and they're on TikTok, and they've even got a YouTube channel, and they're on Facebook as well. So I'll put all those down in the description if you want to go and explore for yourself. But You know, you go into their website, it's very intuitive and very easy to navigate. They've got, you know, banner headings across the top for, you know, for t-shirts and collectibles and accessories and that sort of thing. As I say, with the t-shirts, that, you know, there's pages and pages and pages of them. But if you wanted, say you kind of know what you're after. Say I want some Abbey Road stuff or Sergeant Pepper stuff. They've got a banner across the top which says collections, and if you click on that, there's a drop down menu and there's lots of different categories there. So there's a category for each of the Beatles. There's a category for quite a lot of the albums like Abbey Road and Hard Day's Night and Sergeant Pepper and Let It Be, etc. And if you click on one of those, then you'll get all the merch that they do for any of those categories. So, you know, if you click on, say, John Lennon, for example, you'll get all the John Lennon t-shirts, men and women's. You'll get all the John Lennon key rings or fridge magnets or whatever it is that they've got, mugs, etc. So that is it. So it is a, you know, it is a very, there's lots of stuff to buy there if you're after some Beatles merch. So, you know, I'll leave it there. There's not a lot else that I can say. If you've got any questions about any of this stuff, you know, just leave a comment and I'll try and answer it. But apart from that, I'm done. So thanks very much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Happy shopping, and I'll see you soon. Bye bye.